Hello everyone, and welcome back to Amish Koala and Feed the Beast. Here we are in our beautiful bee area, and I have been breeding like a loving koala. Now, to be completely honest, the episode you guys watched had been pre-recorded far before it was posted. Well, not far before. But what you should know is basically there has been several days where I have just been breeding bees like non-stop for hours on end. It's been really fun, and I have actually discovered a lot of bees, but we'll talk about this more. I just made a fresh set of tools and came over here and realized that we never enchanted anything last episode when we built our thingamajig. So I also made a wand of excavation here. You can check it out. It's pretty cool, and we're actually going to go enchant this because we failed to enchant anything when we put together our enchantment room, which is kind of silly. So let's go get to that. Okay, so let's go throw something on this wand of excavation. Fingers crossed that we get a charging enchantment, which means it will repair itself essentially. But we will have to see how fortunate we are. Wand of excavation, level 30, treasure 2, and potency. Not bad. Potency means it's going to mine faster and at a longer distance, I believe, and treasure is the wand's equivalent of fortune. So I will throw this in with our tools here. There we go. See, I keep making new swords and forgetting I have stuff left in this chest from previous rendezvous, but oh well. So I've also discovered that thaumium grafters are really not a great deal. They're helpful, but not terribly so. I thought this was how you made a grafter. I'd only made one thaumium grafter. Is it... maybe it's bronze instead of copper. Let's see here. No. Okay, I have... it is... oh, it's... okay, I'm just being silly. It's like this. There we go. Okay. I know what I'm doing. Don't even worry about it, guys. So we're just going to get a bunch of these grafters, because like I said, I made a thaumium grafter. And it really, from what I could tell, I didn't think it was worth the extra resources. But we'll see. Maybe when I start using normal grafters, I'll discover that it really is worth something, but from my personal experience, I would say it's not. Alright, I just went back and grabbed a cheval really quickly. Ooh, wait, is it sunset? I'm going to go sleep then. Make it day up in here. I keep leaving the house and immediately walking back in to do something else. Oh well. Okay, so I have 3 bees specifically I want to show off to you all. Okay, so I'm also made 2 indexers. Indexers are just like infinite bee chests. In one indexer I have all of my, well, they're not junk bees, but they're just all of my extra breeding bees essentially. In another indexer I have all of my rare bees. Now there's a couple of them I want to draw your attention to. We have the industrious bee, and the industrious bee is great for breeding trees. Apparently they make the breeding process go a lot faster. Then I have, where is it? The Edenic bee, and the Edenic bee is really cool. What it does is it gives you experience when you're standing next to it. Sadly, the Edenic bees I have right now also poison me, but poisoning is a trait that we can breed out. Alright, and on top of that, we also have the Imperial bees, which are over here. And you can take a look at our Imperial Queen here, and it's really cool because these guys actually give us regeneration, which is really handy. So when I'm working here, I don't really have to worry about food too much because I'm constantly being regenerated. Now, another thing about the Imperial bees is that they also provide us with this royal jelly, and we need this royal jelly if we're going to start making alleviaries, which is like the upgraded version of the apiary. And the alleviaries help the bees produce things faster and they're all around better. And then we can get some golems with the Alleviaries to help automate them. So I have my Imperial bees going right now to try and, well, just keep the bee automation going. Ooh, more royal jelly. Sweet. Does this one have any for me? Yes, it does. Okay. We need a lot of royal jelly to make an apiary, but it will be okay. And I actually have some cool ideas, like for the what is it called? The Edenic bee. What I want to do is when I build my library, at the center of the library, I want to have a couple of Alleviaries with the Edenic bees in them. And then what the Edenic bees would do, well, I'll stand there and the Edenic bees will level me up. I was doing some testing with them earlier. Normally I avoided standing next to the Edenic bees during their life cycle due to the fact they poisoned me. But I did do some testing where I stood next to them just to see how fast the levels went up, and with one Edenic bee, my levels were actually going up at a pretty decent clip. I went from like 32 to 35 in a pretty short amount of time. So those guys will be really great. Instead of having to build some sort of weird mob grinding XP farm, we can just use our Edenic bees as a centerpiece in our library, and they will give us plenty of levels to do all of the enchantments we'll ever need. Again, we're going to need a lot of royal jelly before we can get to that, so that I apologize for that. I actually had a little crash in the middle of talking there. But like I was saying, we're going to need a lot of royal jelly to get our Alleviaries and start our mass bee production. In fact, the very first Alleviary I make is probably just going to be dedicated to producing more royal jelly. But anyway, over here in this row of the 3 Alleviaries, I have some industrious bees, and these guys are going to help us. Ooh, perfect! Perfect timing. These guys are going to help us with tree breeding. And I have been collecting some of the basic saplings, and I actually have a mundane larch already, which is pretty cool. That's one of the like really low-level trees. And all of forestry trees actually have counterparts for the vanilla trees. So if I look in this chest here, you'll see I have things like silver birch, red spruce, jungle sapling is just called jungle sapling, and apple oak. They're actually no different than the vanilla trees, aside from the fact they're forestry-ified, which means that you can put them through a treealyzer, you can use a grafter on their leaves to be guaranteed saplings back, and things of that nature. Oh, yep, there we go. Man, these industrious bees make tree breeding a lot simpler. So right now, I'm actually going to stop the bee breeding process because I'm at this point where I have the bees to do what I need to do right now. The first thing I want to do, or the first 2 things I want to do, is get a ton of the new trees, which is what the industrious bees are here for, and we'll just put trees around to help them start breeding. And the other thing I want to do is to get an Alleviary as fast as possible, so that way we can start doing some serious work on things like, well, for instance, the Alleviary has an add-on you can put in it, and an Alleviary is a multi-block structure, similar to a Zycraft tank or many other things. So there are add-ons you can put onto it that will help you, for instance, get mutations, or I can fill it full of a bunch of frames. Speaking of that, we really need to get into frames. I still haven't really been using frames because I really don't understand what they do yet, but we will get into that in the very near future. I'll just put some of these grafters in here. But for now, I think I'm going to chop down these trees, and then we're going to take a serious look at trying to get started with tree breeding. Alright, I originally got rid of all my extra chests thinking I wouldn't need them once I had the indexer. However, I now realize that was foolish because I'm going to get 5 bajillion different types of saplings, and there's sadly not a sapling indexer. Alright, so we already have the mundane larch, which I think is a very lucky find. Let's see here, these are just vanilla trees, so we'll just kind of hide them there. Now, the first one I want to go for is a silver lime, and a silver lime is oak and birch. Okay. So let's try these guys out. I'm definitely going to need more than this. So if we just take these guys and get ourselves some meals of bones, we should be able to pretty quickly get ourselves a silver lime, I believe it is called. Yep. A silver lime tree. Okay, now one thing we have to do is make sure that these guys are not obstructing the alleviaries from the sun. Alright, you should be... Oh, okay. You ran your life cycle anyway. Okay. And you are currently... You look okay. Whoopsie daisy. Yep. Alright, and you need a new life cycle as it is. How about you, buddy? Yep. Okay. There you go. And then we'll just need to continue placing plenty of these trees in an alternating pattern. Place one there. There we go. I'm not sure. I don't think the leaves actually have to be touching for things to happen, but who knows. And I'm actually probably going to graft some of these leaves so that I can get more, but I'll go ahead and throw down all these trees. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled down the cactuses for now because they are actually in the way for whatever strange reason, and now we'll just have to wait for all of the... What the heck? Those must have just been left over from our previous trees and I just didn't notice them. Alright, so that should get us towards the silver lime, and then we can start working towards, I don't know, maybe something like the hill cherry, or I know the willow is one you can get pretty early. However, I think the willow has to be bred in a wet biome. I think the willow's the one that has to be bred in the wet biome. I'm not completely sure. But I believe after the silver lime, the next thing in the progression would be the hill cherry, which I think is just silver lime with another hill tree, like oak or birch. So I think that should be pretty easy. Easy schmeezy peasy. And are you also a leaf that just happens to be left over? Probably. Okay. Well, oh yeah, there's definitely some leaves left over here. And I think this tree may be too tall for bees to get to, so I think I'm going to chop it down and replant it. Well, apparently that's the only size tree that can grow right here, so I guess we'll just let it do its thing. Check if we have any more royal jelly. Oh, yeah, we do. Okay. Got some dripping cone. Just need to start rebreeding some of our imperial drones here. Perfect. Alright, now I think we should go and squeeze out some of this honeycomb and see what kind of goodness we actually get from it. Alright, so the first sucker up to bat is the 28 regular honeycomb. Now, I think it's going to take a while with just a single Stirling powered engine, but we will see. I'm actually just going to sit here and wait for the first one, and then for the next 28, I'll spare you the trouble and let you go do something else for a couple of seconds. And by let you go do something else, I mean I'm going to go do something else, and then it's just going to be a straight cut to the next thing. And we got honey drop and beeswax. Perfect. Okay, well, I'm going to let these guys process and we'll see what we get. Alright, so we have 24 honey drops and 28 beeswax, and I'm not exactly sure what I can use beeswax for. Let me take a look really quickly. Thanks to the power of not enough items. Helmet casing, waterproofing pipe. Okay, so I can make casings for stuff. Let's see here. I can make candles. Ah, I need them for the scented paneling for making an alleviary. Okay. Which also brings me to the fact that it's a good thing I accidentally made a carpenter, because we're actually going to need it to build alleviaries and to also make impregnated frames. Now, an impregnated frame is made out of impregnated sticks, which you get by putting 2 logs into a carpenter with some seed oil, and with all of the seeds we have from our automatic golem farm, we really shouldn't have much of an issue in that regard. Okay, so let's see here. I've thrown together some chests just so I have a place to store this stuff. Let's throw in mossy comb next. Don't even remember what type of bee produced that, but we'll see exactly what it gives us. And we should actually come check our golem farms, because it's been quite a while since we've been out here, and I just want to see if any of the stuff is overflowing yet. Yeah, I swear that you can't get poisoned potatoes from golems because there's just none in there, which is quite a surprise to me, but oh well. I'm not going to complain. There you go. And why isn't this iron golem collecting his potatoes? Come on, buddy, what's up? You want to pick up the potatoes? Slacking. What the heck is this guy's problem? There we go. Okay. Oh, he's got it. You got this, buddy? Come on. Come on. Come on. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I'll throw your potatoes back for you. Okay, so... carrots... Yeah, no, we have plenty of stuff to be making seed oil out of. And actually, let me go look up how that's produced. I want to see exactly what I can use to make seed oil. Okay, yeah. So basically, we just throw in any type of seed into a squeezer. Squeezer. How do we make a squeezer? Alright, it's just another guy with some tin, and I believe we still have plenty of glass left over. Don't know what I possibly could have used it on. Let's see here. So we need 2 glass, 6 tin. I don't know why I got 8. And a sturdy casing. Okay. There we go, we now have a squeezer to make seed oil with when the time comes, so I'll go ahead and put him right down in there. And actually, pretty soon, for things like the ethnic bee, for trying to breed specific traits, we're going to need a beealyzer. Oh, and that's another thing I need the carpenter for. Jeez Louise. Wow, I'm sure glad I built that thing. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about it right now because we are just focusing on trees, and the bees we have are perfect for that. But in the near future, I am going to have to build a little machine house to kind of hide all these things away from. A place where we can lock the door, keep the key hidden so the other Amish don't come in and find out what we're up to with machines. Interestingly enough, I discovered there's like a coffee bee that will produce coffee powder for us to make coffee with. So, you know, the Amish people can't be that mad with us because we will be providing them with coffee. Alright, so one thing to note about tree breeding is that leaves will actually not change colors until they have been unloaded and reloaded, apparently, is what the wiki says. There's a glitch where the color of the leaf will not update. So we may have to leave the chunks and come back and see if they reload. Ah, yeah, so I just came back in, and would you look at that? We already have a fancy leaf. Now that is just a apple oak, it looks like. Yep, it is indeed just an apple oak, but there are a ton more leaves for us to go ahead and... Oh, wait, this is... No, yeah, this is going to run out on me, so I'll just come out here and do that. Save my grafter from wasting a leaf. The weird thing about grafters is they don't break, and if you're not paying careful attention, you'll accidentally hit a leaf with a non-usable grafter. You'll just lose the grafter and the sapling, possibly, which would be An awful disaster to spend all of this time trying to get said saplings and then just losing it because your grafter wasn't prepared for the task. Okay, is that another apple oak? Indeed it is. So here we got another little guy right here. Another apple oak, it looks like. Yep, okay, that's fine. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Oh, no, come on. Come on, let me add it. I just want to scrape the leaf slowly with a grafter in an attempt to get a sapling. That just looks like a silver birch. Yes, it is. Okay, let's... Oh, there's another leaf I missed. Alright. And that looks like an apple oak. Indeed it is. So I'm thinking that's probably it in terms of leaves we can bash for now. In the future, maybe relogging would be a faster solution rather than running really far that way and then running all the way back, but I don't know. Let's get some regeneration from the bees over here. Thank you very much, and in fact I will eat some potatoes to help said regeneration. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and we'll throw these guys in here since we really didn't get anything that we wanted. Oh wait, these are just spruce saplings. No. And apple oak, silver birch. Yep. There we go. And let's go check on that mossy comb we shoved in, and we also have 5 new dripping combs. And dripping combs will produce honeydew, which we can use to make mead. I'm not exactly sure what mead does, but maybe we can drink it. I don't know, we'll have to see. But in the meantime, we have mossy combs to come check out. Let's see here. So we got more honeydew and more beeswax. Nothing terribly special there. Alright, let's throw in the parched comb. Just grab all of this. Okay, so I know silky comb is from the forest ones, I think. Parched comb is from the nether bees. Frozen comb is from the ice bees. Cocoa comb is from Valiant. Stringy comb is from the industrious. And dripping comb is from imperial bees. So let's go ahead and see exactly what we get out of these different combs. Alright, more beeswax and honeydew from the parched comb. Now let's see what the silky comb does. So we got this stuff called silky propolis. I'm not exactly sure what that does. Let's take a look. Silky propolis does... it makes letters. You make stained glass with it, which I love that idea. And I can also get silk wisp and propolis from it. What can I do with just normal propolis? You can make a slime ball, you can make peat, an apiarist's pipe, or a letter, stained glass, you can crate it, and you can also get sticky resin from it. Interesting. And what was that silky wisp that was with it as well? Silky wisp, there it is. Alright, let's see exactly what that dude's all about. Let's see here. Oh, okay. You can just combine them together to make string, it looks like. And some candles and woven silk stuff. Okay, nothing too special. What did we get from the frozen comb? Snowballs. Hooray. And just wait for that guy, and it just looks like more beeswax and honey drops from what I can tell. Yep. Okay, let's throw you guys in the chest with the rest of your companions. Ooh, also the silky propolis. There we go. And now let's throw in the cocoa comb. Cocoa beans and beeswax, that's cute. Alright, let's put the stringy comb in, and in the meantime, let me check what I can do with pollen, which is another thing the industrious bees give me. I'm not exactly sure what one does with it, but we'll find out. Okay, I can make catalyst, which multi-farms need, I believe. I need the pollen for the construction of scented paneling, which is very, very important. I also need it for an aromatic lump. I have no idea what that is, but okay. And let's see here. Yep, so catalyst and scented planks looks like that's about what it does, which is okay because those are both things I'm going to need a lot of. Alright, what did I put in there? I put the stringy comb in. So okay, it looks like it's going to give me propolis and honey drops. So that is going to be quite useful actually, because we're going to need lots of letters to send via our mailbox so that we can trade people our fancy wood once we make it. And this thing is pretty cheap, like I've said before, and I actually since I live so far away, I actually built a mailbox off camera already. You can see it's right here, and I've been trading some of my Thaumcraft stuff already with some of the other members on the server. The other day I gave Trevor a wand of equal trade for a bunch of soul shards, and Trevor actually gave me a bunch of knowledge fragments as well. I don't remember what I gave him for that. I gave him some sort of Thaumcraft thing, and he gave me a bunch of knowledge fragments, which is how I got the spiffy spectacles for my iron golems out there, or just my normal golems. But we'll be back right after these combs squeeze away. Okay, so we got propolis and honey, which is excellent tie, and now we just need to throw in some comb that is dripping and see what exactly that dripping comb will produce for our faces. And now just another waiting game. Honeydew, oh yeah, and we can make some of the mead. Okay, let me pull up the mead. Let's see here. So short mead. Okay. Can you do anything fancy with short mead, or is it just short mead just its own? What? I can make a mead tank car? Yes. Yes. Liquid register. Okay, it's alcoholic. Thank you for the information. I don't know how to make this curative mead. I don't know what that is or what that does, but I'm pretty sure that mead is about the only thing I can do with honeydew, but let me double check. I'll just take this out really quickly, because NEI does not work inside of forestry machines, and we will see exactly. Let's see here. Amberose, glistering melon, blank template, water cell or dispersal charge, something honey. Okay, so in a squeezer it produces honey. In a fermenter, what? I don't. Oh, okay. So if I put honey and honeydew, I get mead in a fermenter. Now, does mead produce more honey than a honey drop? So that's 0.1. Okay, let's take a look at the honey drop and see how much honey it produces in the squeezer. Let's see here. 0.1. No, it produces the same amount as honey. Okay, so we can either make honey with honeydew, or we can make mead with honeydew, whichever sounds more fun to you. Alright, so apparently frames increase production by 100%, which means we will get double the amount of royal jelly, which is something I want in my life. So I'm just going to throw those frames in there, and we'll see what we can get. We are working our way towards having plenty of royal jelly. It's going to be a really long process to get a royal jelly Olivery, but we are about done for this episode, and I'm going to relog and see if the leaves render out with the right colors, and we'll do some more leaf busting. There we go. I went ahead and relogged, and we do indeed have more leaves. Okay, this is now on 0 durability, so we'll break you. And I may actually go back to Thaumic Grafters, because I'm discovering really quickly that the vanilla forestry grafters are kind of terrible. What is that, a jungle sapling? How did that even get there? There's not even a jungle tree around. Whatever. Oh, okay, so there's like, it's like in the other leaves. Hello. What are you, a spruce? How did a spruce sapling even get in there? There's no spruce trees around. What? Okay, apparently there's like a corrupt aura node around here somewhere, so we'll have to watch out for that. What are you, an apple oak? You're an apple oak. Apple oak? Yeah, apple oak. Let's see here, nothing... no. No, what was I even trying to breed? It was a... silver lime. For some reason I wanted to say silver larch, but I already have the larch. Okay, I'll break that. Another apple oak. Yep. Oh my goodness, this tree is just covered in leaves. Oh, bollocks. Gosh, fudge cakes. I didn't even notice that grafter was out of use. See what I mean? That right there, that could have been my silver lime sapling, and I just busted it with my fist because I wasn't paying attention to my grafter's durability. What are you? Silver birch? Apple oak? Yeah, you're apple oak. Another apple oak? No, you're silver birch. Silver birch? Yeah, you're silver birch. Oh, you another silver birch? Yeah, you're an apple oak. Okay. I see how it is, you stinking leaves. Don't give me anything cool. Okay, apple oak, silver birch, apple oak, silver birch. And let's just do a quick double check around here, see if I missed one. I probably did, because there were a ton of those fellows. Let's see. No, everything looks a-okay. Yep. I don't think I have any more leaves to break. Well, maybe next episode, while I continue working with bees and trees off camera, I'll have a silver lime. But until then, I will see you guys all next time. Doodles!